Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so let's start. Today we're gonna talk about the cryptocurrency market. A lot has happened in this past week. Last week was a red crypto day. Many cryptocurrencies were in the red, and we're gonna talk about that. There was a very big reason for that. We're going to talk a bit about Bitcoin and its behavior, because Bitcoin used to be a dominant cryptocurrency, and today its market dominance dropped below 50%. And this signals basically altcoin season, right? Many people were always looking at the cryptocurrency market, and every time Bitcoin was in the red, all the other cryptocurrencies used to be in the red as well, and they used to follow. And this is basically what the dominance is. But basically not today. We're going to see that a lot of other cryptocurrencies are shooting high, while Bitcoin is consolidating after its previous price adjustment. I don't like to call it market crash, as many people fear whenever prices are in the red. So today we're going to discuss this specifically, and we're going to do some technical analysis along checking some other cryptocurrencies, potential ones, in order for us to buy. And we have a guest around in like 30 minutes. We're going to be joined by someone who's going to talk a bit about his experience in the cryptocurrency sphere. And yeah, let's jump into it. Okay, so if we look closely at this chart, and this is where I always go usually, and this is CoinMarketCap, the website. And this website lists all the cryptocurrencies that are out there, and they list them by name and by price and their movement, their price change, and then their market cap. And we can see the kind of the volume that's happening and the circulating supply. So basically the market cap is back to 2 trillion, right? When the crash happened, the market cap fell below 2 trillion, back to 1.7. And this is what we're going to see now. We're going to see the chart of all the cryptocurrencies combined, the total market cap of all the cryptocurrencies. So if I look at this chart, and this is like since 2013, and we can see clearly the rise and the fall of the cryptocurrency market back in 2018. And the big bubble, quote unquote, this is what all the analysts were calling it. But I don't believe it was a pure bubble. Like maybe prices were inflated in some way, and there was a snowball effect into buying and all the hype. Everyone got pushed to buy cryptocurrencies without knowing what the underlying asset is or understanding them. Even some people wanted to purchase Bitcoins and put them in their physical wallets, which is crazy. They didn't know that this is something that is strictly online. And this is what happened because the fall was pretty soon after. And today we are on this bull run. This is the actual bull run of all the cryptocurrencies combined. What I'm going to do now is basically zoom all the way to what's happening in 2021. In order to get a clearer picture of how prices are affecting. Now, this is basically the whole market cap, okay? If I only look at this one, this is basically a pure uptrend. There's a sign of an uptrend with some regular adjustments, price adjustments every now and then, which is very healthy, by the way. Whenever you see prices just going up without stopping, there's a definite crash happening soon afterwards. But for this specific case, I don't see any, I see a healthy price uptrend. And I can even zoom out even more to see what happened last week, right? So this is the month of April. And I need to even zoom even further to be able to see what happened last week, right? Yep. Now, the market was sitting around 2 trillion. And that was like huge because we discussed how the cryptocurrencies in the whole world, like online, are valued more than all the silver in the world. sitting around 2 trillion. And this is where the crash happened. And the market fell from 2 trillion to 1.8. And it sat around 1.8 for a period of time before just recovering back to 2 trillion. So now most cryptocurrencies that fell in prices are back to their prices before the crash. So this panic that usually happens whenever there's someone new in the crypto market, right? Someone who newly started investing in cryptocurrencies, you will always have those fears that, oh, the market is red today. And I lost on my investment. I bought at this price, and today it's at the lower price. But they fail to see like the longer term, where there's the huge potential growth for all the cryptocurrencies that we want to discuss. So it's fine if you lose for 1 or 2 days or even weeks. Heck, some people even lost for a couple of months. So it's fine. So this is where we are in the cryptocurrency market. We had a small price adjustment, and then we are back on track. Most cryptocurrencies are, in fact, consolidating. Let's check the beginning, Bitcoin. So I wrote basically an article stating that when prices of Bitcoin reached 64,000 and they fell all the way to, I wrote an article around year 55, and I spoke about how this area is very important for Bitcoin. Okay. It's the 55,000 price mark. And basically the price of today is a very important price. So prices were around here. We had an extended uptrend. I'm talking about Bitcoin first, but later I'm gonna join with the others. And we can notice a clear break in the uptrend pattern, which happened around here. And basically this signals a loss in momentum. And whenever we have a loss in momentum, prices are definitely soon to adjust further to the next support area. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Mashlog. I can see that someone is watching from his business account. That's awesome. Okay, so we were talking about whenever prices lose their momentum, they tend to go specifically to their next support line. And Saxo John has something to say. He is saying that interesting to see stop loss if you want to invest now. This is exactly it, John. Basically, let's say that you want to invest today in Bitcoin, okay? And I'm gonna take another example for Ethereum. I have a feeling that you have interest in Ethereum as well, right? Let's say you want to invest in Ethereum. So I'm going to take an example for Bitcoin now. Would you enter around this price? Maybe. There's always an entry point for any cryptocurrency, but the important thing is to know when to get out of the market. Not because this is a bad investment, but rather to look for a better price. So in this case scenario, let's say I went in on a Bitcoin price of 55,000, okay? I need to know that in case prices fall below $48,000 or $49,000, fall below this price area, okay, I need to wait and get out of the market because prices may also go lower to 45. Or the next stop in this example is where? Is around the $40,000. So why not sell around 46 and then buy back at 40? This is where you make some money, right? Not only on the short term, but also on the long term. So for now, we are in a very important area for Bitcoin. If you want to purchase around 55,000, this is an interesting level. Prices might still go back to 48. And I wrote that in an article, I believe it is called, Why is the Crypto Market Down? In this article, I talked about why, this is a nice clickbait title that I used, this shock you, right? What happened last week is that President Biden in the United States, he clearly introduced a tax that is way high, and he's planning to tax crypto holders as well. So anyone who holds cryptocurrencies, he's going to be taxed on his gains, capital gains. So let's say you had Bitcoin at the price of 40,000, and then Bitcoin became at the price of 50,000. You have a profit of 10,000. You're going to pay tax on this $10,000. And it was around 40%. So imagine you're paying $4,000 on your 10,000. This is crazy. And there were many Bitcoin and crypto millionaires in the States that were afraid of that. So some of them hated, others turned to Monero, for example. Monero is a anonymous cryptocurrency protocol. And this is what happened. And I spoke even about, in another article even, talking about Bitcoin price analysis. And I spoke about this specific price crash. I don't like to call it crash because it's not, in my opinion. And I said that not to listen to the mainstream media, because whenever there's an event happening, everyone jumps and say that there's a crash. Hey, Baha, how are you, man? But definitely it is not a crash, because if we look back at what's happening, this is a pure uptrend. Okay, and I did state that price of Bitcoin might go back to 48,000 specifically. Where did I write that? I said that here it is. Prices can still reach 48,000 when the price was around 50. The price was here, and I did specifically say that it was going to go back to 48,000. Why did I say this? It's not like I'm someone who has vision and I predict the prices and whatever. I have an educated guess, and usually, from a technical analysis standpoint, I can see that prices tend to follow previous behaviors. So in this example, it did specifically go to 48 and then rebound back to this important area. Hey, Letitia. So we are now here for Bitcoin. This is where we can enter. This is where we have to stop in case the price breached this area again. But sometimes it can rebound here and go back up. So we have to be careful about this area. We can now go to Ethereum. I use TradingView, by the way, guys, for charting. I don't know if anyone knows this charting tool. Ethereum dollar. What's happening with ETH? So if we notice that ETH is not consolidating, ETH is on a very strong uptrend. And now you might ask what the reason is for this strong uptrend. Well, there are a couple of reasons. One of them is specifically that there's a nice article written by Taha, one of our other writers, that said that the European Investment Bank, and we're going to check which one. The European Investment Bank has sold 2-year $121 million of digital bonds issued over the public Ethereum network through Goldman Sachs International. And this is a very bullish news, and specifically for Ethereum. Why? Because they use the Ethereum network. And whenever there is usage for such protocol, it is a major bullish news, because it gives like approval that official entities are basically using cryptocurrencies. Okay, so that's why we notice here the major uptrend that happened. This is where the crash, quote unquote, happened, right? But it directly adjusted and continued on its uptrend. So I wouldn't call this a crash. I would definitely call this like a normal price action behavior. Okay, it is just following on this uptrend. Now we are here. This is an all-time high. Let me ask anyone who's watching, maybe, if you see a chart like that, okay, this is Ether's price, 2,700. This is an all-time high. It never reached this price before. Would you get in? Would you buy right here? From a trader's perspective, I worked with equity and stocks. This is not a very good area to enter for the long term. Okay, if you are a short-term trader, a day trader, you might maybe enter here in order to recoup directly around 2,800 and gain, for example, $80 to $100 leveraged if you enter a leveraged position. But for this specific price area, for me personally, I would wait for an adjustment. Okay, now how does an adjustment look like? Just like what happened right here. It went up and then it adjusted back to the uptrend line. This is the same thing that's happening here, again here. But now I would wait for it to go back to this line. Okay, now it's not always about drawing and whatever. Like if you're in kindergarten, you can do that. It's very easy. But the main point is always listening to the news and keeping up with what's happening. The second most important thing is not like to analyze what I'm reading. Like it's not only about panic and hype, because most news outlets nowadays just throw in big titles, like I just did, by the way, which is, for example, this title: "The answer will shock you." Now, this would let you go in and read more, but the content is very good, for example, in this article. And it predicted Bitcoin's price and behavior. In this example, if you want to buy Ether, I would suggest to wait. This is a very high price. And at least wait for some price action indicator that you may work with. But entering in on this prices would definitely adjust around 2,500 or 2,400. Because if we notice here what happened, we can see like a price retracement around 2,500 and 300 or 400 specifically. Okay, this is for Ether. Now, let's talk about some low cap coins that were making huge headlines. The first one is Dogecoin. Dogecoin was one of those coins that made huge gains in this past week. And there was another article written by Prasanna who combined like 3 top cryptocurrencies with the highest 30 days gains. The number one was Dogecoin. It made 450%. So for example, let's say you had $1,000 invested in Dogecoin. You might have made like $450 on your $1,000 investment. This is crazy if you are on leverage as well. This is like making more of your money. This is for 50% even. I thought it was 45%. This is like 4 times. Like if you had $1,000, this is like $4,000. This is mental and crazy. Another one was Ethereum Classic. This is like the very main protocol that Ethereum used. And there was a split between Ethereum Classic and the Ethereum network. This coin was traded for about around $10, and it shot all the way to 50, but then adjusted all the way to $30. The third coin was Solana. It made 140% like in the past 30 days. 140%, that's like more than double. And now we have Charles asking, is Matic Polygon still an affordable investment? This is a very good question, Charles. Thanks for your question, man. Let's head back to Matic and check what's happening with this coin. For anyone who doesn't know what Polygon Matic is, we can directly, I'm gonna show you a way to assess if you have a new coin you want to inquire about. This is how you do it. First, you go to CoinMarketCap. Okay, I'm gonna give you the exact steps on how to assess a coin and see if it is a good investment or not. This is for any beginner out there, okay? So in this is the list of all the cryptocurrencies as we spoke before. And it shows you like key important details and stats. If I go to the search here and write Matic, okay, let's try that. Polygon Matic, great. I will be redirected to the page where I will see more info about this specific one. Now, Charles was asking about this specific coin, why? If we look at the price chart of Matic, you will see like in a huge uptrend that happened in the past, less than the past week. Okay, the first one happened at the beginning of the year, and we can say that this went in tandem with the whole cryptocurrency market. Okay, this is not something irregular because the whole crypto market went up. So looking at Matic and saying that was a huge investment, hey, any other coins made similar gains approximately. But today, looking at the market, how it had a crash earlier, and then now it's consolidating. But Matic's price went through the roof. Like in the past 24 hours alone, it made around 28%. And it jumped from $0.4 per coin all the way to around 0.8 something, 0.85. And we need to understand what Matic is. Now, from my understanding, Matic is a project that aims to scale Ethereum. Okay, so you can think about it as a project that would help Ethereum grow, and Ethereum would have a better usage for the average people. Okay, because they basically use there's a lot of usage for multi-chain networks nowadays, and Matic aims to do that specifically. There's this very easy introduction for each coin here. You go down on coin market cap. You would see that they say it is an easy to use platform for Ethereum. This is it. Okay. And infrastructure development. Its core component is Polygon SDK. This is the, here it is. Why am I explaining it even? A modular, flexible framework that supports building multiple types of applications. And those applications, by the way, they run on the Ethereum network. Okay. Now, is Matic a good investment? In my opinion, and seeing that Ethereum has an upcoming EIP 1559, which is the improvement on the Ethereum protocol, soon happening in June, any project that comes with Ethereum, on top of Ethereum, in order to help it scale further, is a very good investment. Now, entering on this specific price point, Charles, I don't think it is very attractive to enter now, and we're going to see why. Because I just said the same thing, by the way, for Ether. If you notice the similarities between Matic and Ether, they're both on an all-time high. Here it is. This is the first uptrend. And then we had a consolidation area. Let me delimit this by two parallel lines here. Where it is, like that. And then how would traders know when to directly enter? As soon as I see a breach in the upper limit of my channel, this is a direct signal for me to buy in. Now, provided that I already like the project, I know about the project, and it makes sense, like it makes normal sense for people to use, and there's normal application in our daily lives, right? So Matic scales Ethereum and brings it to the public and to the masses. Of course, it is a good project. Okay, now the prices are here, Charles. Do you think that it is a good investment to enter at around this price? Personally, I would stay away from entering at such high prices because they always tend to adjust. And looking at previous behaviors, this is exactly what happened around here. Okay, and then prices went back, like I think like from 0.5 all the way to 0.3. That's like a bit less than 50% drop in prices. So if you invested $10,000, you would have only $5,000. I think, oh, there's another tool that might help you, which is the Fibonacci retracement. For anyone interested in charting, guys, I'm going to show you how to like use the Fibonacci. What does the Fibonacci retracement stands for? It basically shows you where prices might retrace back to. Okay, so this is the low. You place it as the low and you go all the way to the high of the price. And let's see how I can assess the price now. For me, personally, prices can easily go all the way to 0.6. It has a 38.2% chance of going all the way back here, because usually prices always go back to their adjustment prices. Okay, and in case prices stayed around here, there's another chance of prices adjusting back around here. So my entry point, Charles, would be around 60 cents. Okay, not more. Like I think that prices are definitely going to fall in this, and you would lose. Let's see how much you're gonna lose if you enter at around this price. There's a tool here for price range. You might lose, my friends, around 20% investment or even 30. And this is the 30% adjustment that happens usually. Okay. If anyone, by the way, has any question regarding any cryptocurrency, or if he should buy this specific one, or what's this project about, please feel free to write them in the comment section. I'm checking everything. This is it. John Carlos is asking, he just started investing in crypto. Let me pin this down. Hey, John. He's saying that he recently invested in crypto. He invested $800. Good for you, man. And he made $100 profit so far. Very good, despite this crypto crash. I think this is a very good thing. When is the right time, he's asking, to buy and sell? Very good question. So if I look at Matic, John, okay, if you look at this specific exercise here, buying Matic at this price is a no-go. Okay, this is not a good time to buy something that shot way high in price. This is too late. If you want to enter here, this is like stupid money for all the riches that already purchased here. If you want to buy around here, you're cashing them out. Okay, this is like long gone. A good entry point would be whenever prices adjust back to specific support areas. Okay, let's take an example of Ripple, by the way. Ripple, that's weird. Ripple, USD. And let's see if Ripple is a good investment to buy now. Okay, let's apply what we just spoke about, right? So Ripple had a really high shot all the way from 50 cents, 60 cents, and it basically tripled in value within like a month. And this is all due, I'm not sure if anyone knows that Ripple had an advancement in the SEC lawsuit, and they managed to get some papers and documents regarding their lawsuit. And if anyone doesn't know, by the way, what happened with Ripple, the Ripple company had a lawsuit versus the SEC, and the SEC claimed that Ripple was selling unlicensed. They didn't have the license to sell securities. They called the XRP tokens securities just as stocks, for example. And any company that needs to sell a security, they must have a specific license for that. Ripple didn't have the specific one, and that's why the lawsuit was raised. Now, in my opinion, I don't think this is an issue because, as Ripple stated, and I agree with them, XRP is not a security. It is just like Bitcoin or Ethereum, Ether specifically. Ethereum is the blockchain. It's just like other cryptocurrencies. But for the SEC, it is a security, so we're going to see what happens. It's very important to keep up with the news. Now, going back to John's question, when to buy and when to sell. If I look at this chart here, and without seeing the fall, was it a good investment if you bought around here? Definitely no. So never buy at inflated prices. I would say that again, don't buy at inflated prices. This is an inflated price right here. You don't have price action, up, down. You only have an up. You would never buy around this area. And if really prices continue going upward, hey, it's better not to lose than to win. So prices adjusted around this support level for Ripple. Okay, John? Seeing that prices rebounded around here, that was a very good time to buy. Okay. Now, currently prices are around this price area, 1.3. This is an important level as well. Why? You might ask, why is this important level? If you notice, let me switch from a daily view to a, let's say, 3 hours view. And if I zoom out, I would have more details. So prices in the beginning, they consolidated around this price area for around 3 days. And then they made their move. And then they went back to this area, and then they went below, and then back to this area. So this is a very important area. You can definitely buy, but set a stop loss around 1.2, around here. And I'm going to put this one in red, so you can know that whenever prices reach, if you are in this area, you look at the next support for opportunity to sell. Okay, but if prices are inflated, definitely not. So if you buy here, your next take profit would be, for example, 1.6 or 1.5, 55, depends on your risk appetite. Okay, cool. So we spoke about ETH, we spoke about BTC, and this is Ripple. This is a live example on how to specifically enter the market and when to sell. What we can do is basically check out Doge. I never check Dogecoin much because I'm not interested much in projects that are just for the fun. And it's highly, like, whenever people talk about Doge, you might notice that the price goes up or goes down. And there's a nice exercise to do, by the way, is going to trends.google.com. This is where you can see the hype that is happening in the market. So, for example, whenever there's a lot of hypes towards one specific topic, you will see that the price of this specific cryptocurrency goes up. And I'm going to prove that. Let's first check Bitcoin. this is the interest over the time for Bitcoin. I'm gonna switch from the United States to worldwide, because anyone in the world can buy cryptocurrencies. Okay. Hey, there's a buzz in Nigeria, I think. And now I'm gonna check Ethereum. Way lower. And then I'm gonna check XRP. Even. XRP is around like Ethereum. Now let's check Doge. And let's laugh. Doge is around this area as well with the others. Now, removing Bitcoin because it's a very far indicator, I can see that Doge in the color yellow is moving like with the other coins specifically. And around this area, XRP and Doge went in prices at the same time. If you remember back in April, in the beginning of the month, when prices shot way high. And this is where you can kind of gauge for what might happen in the future regarding the cryptocurrency. Okay, it is always a good indicator to check Google Trends in order to see like what's the hype behind each cryptocurrency. Okay. Now, if I want to go back to coin market cap, I'm going to try to, let's see here. This is I don't like to check the 3 hours. Let's check 1 hour. So Doge, by the way, guys, recently had some news. First thing, Elon Musk, he called himself the Doge father. And this alone made the coin rise. And this is where Elon Musk called himself the Doge father. Right around here. So let's see how much his tweet, Elon Musk's tweet, affected the prices. Went all the way from 26 cents, holy, 30% in within 4 hours. This is like because the 2 hour chart, crazy, 30%. So if you had $1,000, you would have made $300 in like 4 hours. And this is why if you have a Twitter account, it's always useful to follow celebrities who basically push and go behind any cryptocurrency. Now, would I buy Doge? Personally, it is a very speculative cryptocurrency. Now, some people would tell me, hey, all cryptocurrencies are speculative. That's not the case in my opinion. Doge's only value is coming from people supporting it like Elon Musk. There's another news that happened in the market that stated that Mark Cuban, I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with Mark Cuban, the guy from Shark Tank, he's a famous investor in the States as well. He decided to go on the Ellen show with Dogecoin, a big logo behind him on the show. So that's going to be fun to watch. So if anyone wants to buy Doge, it's going to be specifically for this event. And I have a feeling that, like, I'm going to say a prediction right now. And I think in the future, this will basically happen. And mark my words, next time we're going to stream, we're going to check Dogecoin's price as soon as Mark Cuban goes on the Ellen show. And we're going to see it's also a nice price jump for this specific coin. Very good. Now let me wrap up with one more coin to assess. If anyone has any suggestion in the chat, go ahead. If anyone has any question regarding any cryptocurrency, this is your day. So that was for Polygon Matic. Let me see. Some people have interest in Binance Coin, by the way. Although many don't like Binance as a company because they started their own chain, the Binance Smart Chain, and people tried to bring similarities between Binance Smart Chain and Ripple Company, how everything is centralized. In my opinion, I think that Binance is the Binance Coin specifically is a very good investment, and I'm gonna say why. It is one of the biggest exchanges in the market for cryptos. Okay. Secondly, I think that they have a huge user base. Okay. Third, they have many advancements and technological advancements on their platform, like the peer-to-peer, for example, the margin trading, holding all the assets and the wallets, the security, the customer support, and supporting all the markets. So this company is growing basically alongside the cryptocurrency market. So if the cryptocurrency market goes up, there are many people who want to buy cryptocurrencies that would definitely go to Binance. Their coin would in turn appreciate in value. So this is a very good project to invest in. Chris, where are you, my man? Check. Chris, now I think this guy is gonna join me. He's asking about TLM. I'm gonna keep this question for when he joins, and we're gonna talk together about TLM. I sent Chris a link, and he's gonna be joining me soon. Yeah, so meanwhile, I'm gonna talk about Binance and why Binance is a good investment. And specifically because Binance is a good company, right? So let's go first to the charts. I'm gonna go to BNB, Binance. Here we go, BNB USD. Here we go. Binance Coin is the token for Binance, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know. Okay, and I'm gonna zoom out to show 4 hour. And right now, I think Chris is joining us, and he's gonna turn on his cam. But meanwhile, we can clearly see Binance's uptrend despite the regular adjustments. Okay, guys. So this is one adjustment. This is another adjustment right here. Do I think that whenever I see something like that in the red, I'm gonna freak out and sell everything? Definitely not. And I definitely won't go to my friends panicking and asking about, hey, what's happening? Why is it going down? Right? This is very, very, very bad. So Binance is on a clear uptrend right here. If someone wants to come in and say, hey, Binance is not a good cryptocurrency, I think you have to recheck again. It is a perfect uptrend. Prices are healthily retracing every now and then and going back to their uptrend. So let's check before Chris joins us. This is the first time. Oh, first in the beginning here. Okay, this is not very important. The first retracement, the second retracement, and this is the third one. Now the fourth one would definitely come in. I expect, and this is another prediction for me, guys. So if anyone is taking notes, come back next week, and yeah, we're gonna check it. Prices will definitely around here. Let me see. Retrace to this area, and this is the $535 before going back to their uptrend. And when would I say that prices are not on their uptrend anymore and I need to sell? It's definitely when prices breach this uptrend line. So in case, I'm gonna be specific here for anyone who holds Binance Coin. If in case prices breach around here, but this is not enough. So prices might breach, but still continue on their uptrend. This is a scenario. But how would I be sure that the prices are not going to continue back up and the uptrend is kind of over? First, I would need prices to stay below this uptrend. And this is not because I'm looking at lines and, hey, it's below the line, that means that I need to sell. This is not correct. I'm just looking at the price action first. The second is a consolidation area, an extended consolidation. I would see a consolidation because the uptrend ended. And then I would start seeing lower highs. Lower highs are basically Not gonna say this is a lower high, but it's something like that, but heavier. Okay, so this is kind of an ascending triangle. But it's not an ascending triangle. Let's assume that this is an ascending triangle. In case prices break it from the lower end, this is definitely a hold. I will not say a sell. You're not going to liquidate all your assets. Shadi, hey man. Shadi is a great friend, and he might also join us in an upcoming stream. He's asking concerning XRP, Ripple's token, what are the updates on the lawsuit? Great question. I spoke about that earlier. Basically, the latest thing that happened is that Ripple company managed to get a hold of documents that might help them in mitigating the lawsuit. And basically what this is about, it's about the counterparty argument of them saying that the XRP token is not a security. So now they know that this is the main thing. In case they manage to refute and state and acknowledge that XRP is just simply a token, just like Bitcoin and Ether, the lawsuit will definitely be dropped. And I expect prices of XRP to shoot way high and reach maybe their previous all-time high, which is back in 2017 of $3. So if anyone likes Ripple company, I would think that it's a good investment for you, especially with today's prices sitting at 1.3. If prices reach around $3, hey, this is like triple your money, almost triple your money. Okay, very good. Now what I can do is, let me see here. I'm gonna talk about a coin that not everyone is talking about. It's called Engine. Okay, Engine is a very interesting project, specifically for me, okay, because it is about a gaming project. Okay, Engine, the project is about a platform, okay, where users can buy, sell skins or whatever, anything that happens in a gaming marketplace. For example, items, gems, whatever, anything that you can think of. In one decentralized market space. So you never have Blizzard having all the items, and then you have another game with another competitor of Blizzard, Activision, for example, and you will not be able to swap your items. First, it is a platform that would allow you to swap from one game to another, and then from one company to another. So imagine both Activision and Blizzard are one entity, and then within this entity you have the same environment in order to send and receive whatever items, gems, anything that you can think of, and even pay other what's it called, users using this platform. And this is a decentralized space, and I think that it is a great project to invest in. The current price is around $2, and it just reached a low. So I think this is a good price, and now prices are started to recovering. So if you just simply buy around 2.6 and just hold for a small period of time, it might reach around 3.7. Okay. Hey, now we have our guest for tonight. Allow me to introduce Chris. Hey man, how are you? I'm not sure we can see you clearly. Not bad, man. Let me see why I can't see you quite clearly. If you can adjust your camera or maybe turn it on and then off. In order to, sure, take your time. Chris is a long friend of mine, guys. I'm gonna leave him to introduce himself and tell us how he first started with cryptocurrencies, when he heard about them the first time. And maybe we can ask him why did he decide to get into this environment of decentralization, and what projects interest him, because this is very important. Every person has his own projects that he likes. Some of them are in gaming, for example. We have many gaming projects. We also have many other than gaming. We have payments. we have scaling projects, we have utility projects that allows us to use decentralization in many ways. So I think anyone can just simply hop on any kind of project and then fix it. Hey man, I think I can see you clearly now.
So hello everyone. My name is Christoph Abu Haidar, and I currently work at Mirage Systems and IT. As Rudy was saying, like really interested to invest because like you see that you have a certain amount of money and all many streams of the marriage actually. So I got news about how
I think
investments talking about everywhere. The some buying some USDT coins or but also Rudy was talking about should invest actually. So projects that are really interesting, and eventually the market is gonna be like more with this.
Definitely, man. I think the same. I think the project is there's a huge opportunity.
So I started mainly, and gone strong.
Nice, man. Very cool. Which projects do you think are? Let me just try to refresh his view.
Because like I really believe projects they are really closest.
Okay, I think the connection is dropping from Chris's end. Chris, can you still hear us, man? I think your connection is very bad today. You have a network connection score of 0 out of 10 on my platform. That's why I was laughing. I'm like looking, is it a problem from my end or is it a problem from your end?
Yes.
You had a network connection of 0. I think he's gonna restart his platform. Meanwhile, before we wait for Chris, I just like to state some things that he said that are very important. Yeah, so basically the cryptocurrency market is really interesting, especially what's happening now. Back in 2018, it was a clear hype. Everyone just wanted to buy, right? And this is not the correct way of approaching any type of investment. Whenever there is hype, and whenever we see people who aren't knowledgeable around anything, and that are, for example, buying and letting other people buy and following them and shoving referral links down their throats, this is definitely a huge red flag for anything that's happening. Now, specifically for the cryptocurrency market, this phase is out, okay? And what's in front of us now is opportunity for growth, for investments, for new marketplaces, and for new technological advancements. This is really important. And if you position yourself from now, it might be really, really beneficial for anyone who decides to jump on any project, specifically good projects and realistic projects that are that have any kind of benefits. Hey man, how's your connection now? I think I can see that it's 10 out of 10 right now.
All good. IT work.
Yeah, very good. Hey, just
Yeah.
if you can just summarize everything, because your voice was cracking a lot. Introduce us to
Yeah, no
yourself.
problem.
How did you get into the cryptocurrency market?
Yeah, so I just wanted to start first by saying that I had a certain amount of money that I wanted to invest, and I think that like everyone should have multiple streams of income, uh, where crypto is like the second or third one. And this is how I started actually, and like everyone's talking about crypto these days, and my friends at work also were talking, and we were thinking like about investing and which coin, and we started to discuss and do some more research about the specific topic. And the more you search, the more you see that there are really a lot of interesting topics. And for me, I started to invest with the things that for me are really relevant. For example,
Yeah.
XRP. They are already trying to integrate with like all the banking transfers and so on, which is really good to make them kind of legit in a way or another.
Exactly.
Also, I invested in BNB because, as you said, BNB is like maybe the second biggest platform for trading, and therefore you have a lot of benefits if you use Binance. Actually, I was asking you about TLM because
Yeah.
if you put your BNB into the Launchpad, which is kind of a savings account, you get a TLM coin. And to be honest, this is why I wanted to ask you about that.
Sure thing. First, let's try to. We have some viewers from Germany. Hallo Mario and Shadi. Oh, wie geht's, guys? Okay, now let's go back to looking at TLM. Did you say right? Okay,
Yes,
let me
exactly.
share my screen back and let's put the charts. And this is how we always tend to analyze. I personally use TradingView. Do you have any preference over any trading software, Chris?
I use CoinDesk.
Okay. Yeah, you
And
check like
sometimes
for
Zero
the live
Finance.
updates of any coin. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Mainly, I favorite my coins on also the Binance app, which is really convenient to check like the ones I need directly also.
Cool. Okay, so basically, let's go back to TLM from the search. You know, my internet connection isn't that good, by the way. It's
I'll
I
take
think
over,
it's
no problem.
I think it's worldwide. It's not only where we live, right? Let's see here. TLM.
So apparently no result. Let me just double check from my side if you want.
Imagine they just ran out of with the money. All the tokens that people use, they just run away. Let me see here.
No, it's actually TLM. It's
What's the name of the project? I'm honestly I don't know. Maybe
just this 1 second.
Sure. TLZ. Just trying to make up a new. Cool. So anyone, if anyone needs to check any coin, by the way, I think Coin Market Cap is a good resource.
Yeah, actually, it's Alien World's price. So
wow,
I found it on Market Cap also.
Yeah.
Alien Words. I can send you the link if you want.
No, just how is it written?
Alien.
Or what's the ticker?
TLM.
TLM. That's weird. Where am I? Yeah.
It's Alien Worlds.
Worlds. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try to refresh the page. Sometimes shit happens. Hey, how about you share your screen? Since it's open.
Yeah, why not?
TLM. Now, honestly, what's this project about? Do you have any idea? It's the
To
first
be
time I
very
hear about it, honestly.
can you see my screen?
Let me turn it on. Here we go. Perfect. Guide us through, Chris.
Actually, I have no idea what TLM is. All I saw was
Honestly,
that they are like giving a certain savings account on like TLM,
okay.
and I'm like, it's a new token. I don't care.
Sure.
It's actually an
Let's
interest
read.
rate
Let's
in a
go
way or
ahead and
another.
read it. By the way, there's always any new cryptocurrency. So we're doing this exercise with our viewers in order to know how to approach any new project. Right? Mario can see it. Thank you, Mario, for your input. And this is his confirmation. Okay, so TLM, I can start. Okay, is an NFT DeFi metaverse that simulates economic competition and collaboration between players. This is achieved by incentivizing players to complete for Trillium. I think Trillium is the token which is required to control competing decentralized autonomous organizations. Okay, and to gain access to additional gameplay. So, from my understanding, when I read something like that, is that it is a platform. Okay, it is an NFT DeFi metaverse, like a platform where users can use a specific token, which is in this case the Trillium, which is the TLM. Maybe I can find the TLM, by the way. Let me see. Can you see the
Actually,
TLM?
I'm on the same website,
Ah,
CoinMarketCap.
I'm not sure why I just found, like, the search is suddenly working. This is very weird.
Okay.
I just found it, but this is really weird. Yeah, so basically it is a platform where users can exchange. Now, I'm not sure. I think it might be a gaming platform.
Yeah, it's kind of
Um,
gaming platform actually.
Right? Okay, I'm continuing here. Additionally, players may engage in governance by electing the count. Okay, very good. So they trying to mimic other NFT products where you have a platform, you have users, and those users use a specific token in order to collaborate on this platform. Okay, so in order to use this platform, you must buy TLM, this specific token, and they are saying that this is a governance token. I'm not sure if you know what a governance token is. It basically gives rights to its holders to govern, right? Sort of govern the platform. In this sense, in what sense, for example, they can decide on which project to do next, for example. They can decide on any decision making that they need to do in this platform. And this kind of business plan, or you might call it a scenario, is really known in the NFT or in like in the crypto market as a whole. It is a native utility token as well. So as we said, what is a utility token for anyone who doesn't know? A utility token is a token that allows you to use the platform, hence the name utility. Some people might not understand fully what is a cryptocurrency and what is a token and what is a governance token and what is a utility token. It's simply a description of it. Okay, the idea is clear. Now I'm not sure what the game is. It is a strategy, blah blah blah. Yeah, let's look at the price, Chris. If you can go
Yeah.
back up to the price. This is really scary, by the way. Okay, the price has reached around a bit less than $17 back in April. This is all, by the way. I think this is a new project as well, right,
Yeah,
Chris?
it's a new project actually, and once you start in the savings account, it goes actually to a farming mode. So you're actually farming also the coin.
You're not farming the coin. What do you mean?
This is the status I have.
I think when they're saying about farming, it has to do with staking as well.
Yeah, also.
So I think from my understanding is that you have a wallet in the beginning stage. You stake, meaning that you hold your tokens on the platform, and they will give
Yes.
you a certain percentage on them, like an interest rate or.
Exactly. Now, some coins on BNB, you can hold them and have the same coin as interest rate. But for some reason, for example, BNB gives you TLM token. I'm not sure what the relation is. Maybe they want to promote this coin by
Exactly.
yeah. So
This is what sometimes happens, by the way. Whenever you have a new project, you might have an airdrop, for example. And what happens is that the platform, they decide to give you this token before it is actually released to the public. So
exactly.
they take the risk of the project not getting into market, and they give you something based on their platform, and then you can receive it from the project itself. And this happened a lot, by the way. But
And
now I'm
I
not
think
sure
here
of
the stable, like the stable curve here, maybe shows what you're talking about because it's
yes, I
not
will
really
tell
like
you. I
tradable
will
right now.
exactly. I will tell you specifically what happens. Since this is a new project, whenever you have a new project, this means that this is t equals 0. Before that, okay, you have people who locked their funds privately before the project goes live to the public or on exchanges. So let's say you invested $10,000 with this project before it reached mass market, okay? And you're waiting and you're waiting and you're not seeing much development for any reason. And you want to get out, but your funds are locked. So you have to wait until the project reaches mass market. So whenever the project reaches mass market, usually but other buyers come in at first. You see a price pump. A lot of people are buying, so you hold, you wait. Hey, my $10,000 now are like 15 or $20,000, and then you decide to buy it. Sorry, to sell, and this is where all the previous owners decide to sell at the same time, bringing the price downwards.
Which
Now,
is exactly
what's
here.
the current price, by the way? 0.3. This is like
Yes.
really, really low.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not sure for any reason what might happen. This might be a good project, Chris, because this price pump and dump, if you notice, has to do with the beginning of the project. Like what's happening in the beginning. Some initial investors decide to liquidate simply, and then other ones came in at the lower price, and this is what drove the prices down. Now, if you look at the market cap, what's the market cap of the project? Is it written below the market cap if you scroll down? I think we lost him. So what I'm going to do is share back my screen. Um, okay. Very good. So the market cap of this project is around $300 million, which is fair for any new project that's entering in the crypto sphere, by the way. 300 million is many projects enter around this price, and it makes sense, by the way. Going from a price of around 1.2, for example, all the way to 6, 7. Now I can see it clearly. I thought it was like 15, and then go back to 0.4. Now it might be a good buying opportunity in two case scenarios. The first one might be if the project starts to go up, the users of the project start to go up, and at the same time they have technological advancements in their project, meaning that they have mass adoption, their user base starts to go up. And yeah, I think this is the only reason why you might buy the project. Your stop loss, I have no idea where to place your stop loss since like the price is too low. It's around 0.20 anyway. This is like the lowest price. So I don't think there's a specific stop loss for this kind of project. This is high risk, high reward. If you want to go in, you will definitely win big in case prices go all the way up, but at the same time lose a lot if prices go low. Let's see here if anyone has any question. Trying to enter the game, giving me access denied. Could it be region? Yes, exactly. I think Shadi was asking something. He was trying to enter the game, and it gave him access denied. It might be the region. Many projects have restrictions from where their users want to be able to come in, and this is basically only if they need to collect data. Okay, for purely decentralized applications or exchanges or anything, for purely decentralization, they would not do that. Okay, so since they did this specific move, I think they are a regulated company somewhere that requires them to have this. Okay, welcome back, Chris. I was talking about how, let me just recap quickly, how this project is high risk, high reward, because now we don't have any stop loss area for the project. Like this is either you go in all the way, like win big or lose big. Either nothing happens and then you cash out, or the price, like they shoot all the way high and you make a lot of money. But you have to look at two things, man. You have to look at the project, the development of what's happening with the company, in case they have their user base is expanding, and if they introduce new softwares and the platform is developing every now and then. We have to look at those indicators just to assess if the project is on good terms or not. But other than that, looking at this price chart, I wouldn't understand much what's happening. If I zoom in a bit, I can see there's a normal price action between. Let me zoom out a bit. This is too much.
Actually,
0.1,
it's a high risk, high reward, but for me,
Why?
the interest rate is for free.
The what?
The interest rate, like I'm actually buying this coin for free, technically.
Okay, it's an airdrop. Yeah. I see. So you just bought it, and you can simply hold or farm even or partake in their project.
Okay.
Now, in case they manage to have like more technological advancements in their project, why not? You would definitely know, and I'm sure that you're gonna buy more, since prices were around $1 or $2 before.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's a good buy. But right now, if you notice, we have two channels, right? We have the $0.2 and the $0.4. Now, if you want to buy right now, it is a bit risky because prices might adjust downwards before continuing on their uptrend. Longer term, if you're just looking to buy and hold without looking at anything, why not? You can buy here and place a stop loss around 0.15 or 0.20. Hey, you lost 50%, but you might make 200 or 300%. That's fine. So what other projects do you think are interesting other than Alien Worlds? Like for me, this is a new project, by the way. I didn't hear about this one before.
Yeah, actually, it's a new product. Actually, BNB are trying to market. I invested in BNB, Cardano, ADA, and I bought HOT. I don't know if you know the coin.
Yeah. Dot.
So HOT, actually, it's HOT.
Okay.
They have also a nice project. Yeah.
Let me put it back in the coin market cap just for our viewers to have a clearer. See, it's weird, by the way. It's the first time this happens with me. Whenever I search on coin market cap, it's giving empty, which is very weird. Okay, now a Holo. Yep. I think Holo was in my top 5 to buy in April. I wrote an article that boomed. It had like more than 50,000 views. And I think Holo was one of them. Now, the performance of Holo, by the way, before we look, I remember that it went way high, but it adjusted heavily. Now, we shouldn't be afraid of adjustments. For me, it is a buying opportunity. Okay. Now, let's zoom in around our timeline. This is it. So prices were around 0.003. Whoa, this is a very high shot. And then they adjusted all the way to 0.01. Now, I think this is a very good buying opportunity for HOT, simply because let me just go to here just for my charting, because I do way better when I chart. Okay. Here we go. So following the Fibonacci retracement that we spoke about earlier, if I directly place my low to my high, now you will notice that prices will definitely revolve around those areas. Now we have the 38.2% area where whenever the prices went all the way here, they went and reached at the first stage the 50% area. And if you notice that prices managed to consolidate around this price for an extended period, right? For like 2 weeks, around 2 weeks. Do you agree? I think prices went all the way up.
Yeah, actually, I bought the coin at around. I thought like when the market, but yeah, it's kind of in a stable place right now. But like the highs are really high, so it was worth investing for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy and hold.
I agree. I think right now is a good price entry for hot. Okay, simply because prices went all the way up, but that they retraced to the 50% area, but also reached the 78% area. And if you notice, Chris, even before I do anything, I just plotted the Fibonacci retracement, and those specific areas gave me exactly where prices are heading, right? And it's not only because it's about colors and charts and going to kindergarten. They can do the same, looking at, hey, if it reaches here, it will reach here. This is not like parrot talk. It's more about price action and just trying to forecast what might happen in the future. So prices definitely reached this area, this very low area of 0.01, and buyers entered around here, and they drove prices around here. The next stop would definitely be the 50% and the 38.2%. So if you buy around here and then you wait, you might easily double. I think this is another prediction. Yeah, I'm going to write an article about that. Thanks, man. That's a nice idea.
With pleasure.
Yeah. If we zoom around here, this is a clear uptrend, a start of an uptrend. Prices should adjust around here, but if it will break the uptrend, it will definitely, it's a signal for me to get out. Cool, man. I think we covered good points. Thanks for you to join, man. I know it's a hassle for you. You were out and you rushed all the way to make it to this live stream, but we can always have another one. And yeah, see you all soon. Chris, see you soon as well.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
Bye, guys.
Bye.